Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Youth is wasted on the young. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. The worst sin toward our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. The only man I know who behaves sensibly is my tailor. He takes my measurements anew each time he sees me. The rest go on with their old measurements and expect me to fit them. Lack of money is the root of all evil. The liar's punishment is not in the least that he is not believed, but that he cannot believe anyone else. My way of joking is to tell the truth. It's the funniest joke in the world. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch, which I have got a hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. There are no secrets better kept than the secrets that everybody guesses. You see things, you say, "Why, but I dream things that never were," and I say, "Why not?" A learned man is an idler who kills time by study. Do not do unto others as you would that they should do unto you. Their taste may not be the same. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent in doing nothing. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. The golden rule is that there are no golden rules. The only service a friend can really render is to keep up your courage by holding up to you a mirror in which you can see a noble image of yourself. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. A government which robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. If you cannot get rid of the family skeleton, you may as well make it dance. He who can does, he who cannot teaches. Life at its noblest leaves mere happiness far behind and, indeed, cannot endure it. Happiness is not the object of life. Life has no object. It is an end in itself, and courage consists in the readiness to sacrifice happiness for an intenser quality of life. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. The worst sin towards our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. The secret to success is to offend the greatest number of people. There is no love sincerer than the love of food. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them.